Shalom. First and foremost, let me go up praise to the power, Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, Hashem, Makakadash, call on the Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, Hashem, Makakadash. As a nation, Hebrews, and all praises to Yahweh, in the name of Yahushai, in the name of the Holy Spirit. Yahweh is the correct name for the God of the Bible, for the world ignorantly called Jehovah, God, or Yahweh. His son's true name in the Hebrew is Yahushai, for the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ. The true name for the God of the Bible in the Hebrew is Yahweh. His son's true name in the Hebrew is Yahushai. I want to give double honors to elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and shalom to all our brothers and out there pushing this word in sincerity and in truth. To all that believe in this gospel, shalom. I'm the brother Zach from the Camp James, Jamaica, and this lesson also let me entitle it, He Will Be Stopped. And we know, if we use coded words, if you're in the know, he is referring to the so-called white man whose biblical nationality are the Edomites. It's right now they are running the earth for a minute now, and the Lord let me get the precept, when they ruled as the Romans, the scripture says so long time to lay upon the earth with deceit. So it seems like they're winning, but that's all a part of the plan. Which was, let me get the precept as well. We say when he's about to fill his belly, then time the Yahweh shall stop him in him shock. So it gonna look like he's getting away. That's a part of the plan. Scripture said the most I catch you crafty and one craftiness, Right? So Esau is doomed to fail. He will be stopped. The most I see we can just get that real quick. Set his bones that he cannot pass. Not that one. Let's take it. Oh, 14 and 5. This is Job 14 verse 5. It says, seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. So Esau has been given a number of time for rule. When I go to the book in Daniel 7, he spoke about the fourth beast. When I go to verse 7, Daniel 7 verse 7, and it says, after this I saw in the night visions, and behold, a fourth beast, dreadful and terrible, and strong exceedingly, and it had great iron teeth. It devoured and brake in pieces, and stamped the residue with the feet of it, and it was diverse from all the beasts that were before it, and it had 10 horns. And this is referring to basically the white man time from of rulership, or him ruling kingdom basically. The white man, the so-called white man kingdom. But then when he came into power, he started off with Alexander the Great. Right? When he come up through the Romans, Alexander from Macedon, which is so-called smaller today. He the tribe of Amalek, and then them come up straight up onto the time of the Romans, right? Where them basically incorporate or stand up as the Romans, because they aren't the true Romans either. But like with Julius Caesar, which is precept in 2nd Esdras 11 and 12, describe the kingdom, Roman kingdom or empire, if you will, with the 12 feathers, starting with Julius Caesar and ending with Domitian, the 12 Caesars were basically Edomites that ruled that time, and then we know we have Jake coming on up until which fulfilled the time of the 1,000 years where Esau were basically bounded. And that when Jake come into power, and then we know them come back during the time of the Renaissance, fulfilling again Bible prophecy that the devil shall be loosed a little season. No winner that little season, you know. So this is the beast coming back, right? Whose head was wounded unto death, you know, and they live, right? Um, this, a second. All right, to the point, verse 17. It says, 16. I came near unto one of them that stood by, and asked him the truth of all this. So he told me, and made me know the interpretation of these things, of the things. These great beasts, which are four kings, which shall arise out of the earth. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom, and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever. So we gonna rule with the Israelites, so-called Negroes, Native Americans, Small Latinos. We're the true biblical Israelites according to the scriptures, and we're the ones, you know, that gonna basically the kingdom of heaven is basically when the Israelites rule. Just as how Esau ruled, and you about the Persian Empire, you about the Greek Empire, you about the Babylonian, you know, other people at their time to rule. The kingdom of heaven is when the Israelites go and rule. They're going to take control of the earth. And that's why I want to go to Second Ezra's in the Apocrypha, chapter 6, verse 9. It says, for Esau, 7, 2 Ezra 7, verse 7. It says, then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times? Or when shall be the end of the first, and the beginning of it that follow it? And he said unto me, from Abram unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. And Jacob, we know, name was changed unto Israel. He is the forefather, or one of the forefathers to the Israelites today. And Esau, you know, who were basically named Edom, he is the forefather for the so-called white people today. You know, and we say mainly white people because not everybody so-called white is descendants of Esau. You know, we know people mix up these days. You don't go by skin color. You just predominantly white people are Edomites. It says, verse 8, and he said unto me, from Abram unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow it. Right, so Esau is the end of the world. The word world here would go back to the age. You know. So each nation or people get a time when they're going to rule. And the scripture said the Most High appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. So him have a specific time frame when him going to rule, and then he will be taken out of the way. Right? As even when we go to because feel like Esau, well the scripture say in things same house continue forever. You know. Feel like he's going to rule forever. I feel like he's been in power forever. But that'll never be the case here. Only the Israelites were promised a world without end. I think that's what Isaiah 45 verse 17. Let me just get that real quick. Not the Edomites. Isaiah 45 17, I think. It says, but Israel shall be saved in the Lord with an everlasting salvation. He shall not be ashamed nor confounded, world without end. So our age gonna be without end. No, who rule for 500 years or 1,000 years and call it judge, no. No kingdom now will come take over after that. That's just it. Alright? So let's go. It's 2 Thessalonians 2 and alright, Mr. Archery, main point of 6. It says, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come upon the way first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he as God sits in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. And the devil lied, telling that this is a mystical creature under the earth, or fighting at the spiritual realm and get kicked out, but all along it was actually him. He's the devil that the Bible speaks of. Wow, all of these wickedness here is to say him opposed himself for him that he is God. When you look up, them say God is a so-called white man, or God no exists, Big Bang Theory, evolution, all of that. They are the true Jews. Only when I say true Jews, they say them are the Jew or Jewish. Right? And we are niggers, and we are black people. All lies. So they are the one that's guilty of that crime. It says, remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things, and now ye know what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time. Now is he being revealed? Right, man? For the mystery of iniquity doeth already work, only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. Right, so until he be taken. So the Most High allow him to rule in his kingdom, Like an idea, this is the Most High kingdom. Most High control everything. Alright? Him allow Esau to rule for this specific time frame until he be taken out of the way, according to prophecy. It says, and then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth. That's the prophets out there doing that now. It's pointing him out for what he really is, the devil. It says, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. And that's why Yahushua is coming back. Literally take this man with the power and destroy him. Alright? So let's go to the precept I had at first now in the book of Revelation 11 and 18. It says, and the nations were hungry. Hold on there. Yeah. Revelation 11 verse 18. It says, and the nations were hungry, and their wrath is come, and the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants the prophets, unto the saints, and them that fear thy name, great and small, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth. And we know who is destroying the earth. We know who plan a nuclear fallout. Esau, who been testing nukes. Esau. Who are planning to black out the sun. Esau. Right? This is the devil that we speaks of. He's the one that's spraying chemtrail in the air, poisoning people. He's the one that's doing cloud seeding. He is the one that's basically poisoning the food. He's the one that's basically having nuclear radiation, leaking out in the ocean, poisoning the oceanic life. Esau, he's the one that's destroying the minds of people as well, telling them a bunch of bullshit and forcing a bunch of bullshit on them. Alright, so Esau will be destroyed. The scripture says, "I'll destroy them that destroy the earth." And we know who can hold accountable for that. Alright, so he will be stopped. Him not going to rule forever and ever and ever. Alright, so let's get the precept I quote in the first, which I said it was referring to the Roman Empire, but no, we need to revise Roman Empire. So, same rules apply, same devils ruling. 2 Ezra 11 and 37. And I behold, and lo, as it were a roaring lion chased out of the wood. And I saw that he sent out a man's voice unto the eagle, and said, Hear thou, I will talk with thee. And the highest shall say unto thee, Art not thou it that remaineth of the four beasts, whom I have made to reign in my world, that the end of their times might come through them. Yes, so the Most High make these kingdoms, right? Described as beasts, but it was actually referring to kingdoms. But the Most High made to reign, right? That the end of their times might come through what the Edomites. Esau is the end of the world, right? Verse 40. And the fourth came, and overcame all the beasts that were past, and had power over the world with great fearfulness, and over the whole compass of the earth with much wicked oppression. So long time dwelt he upon the earth with deceit. Right? The devil that deceived the whole earth. Long time in there do it. Every time he come and get like a piece of power, deception start again, lies start again. Scripture tells us when them rulers the coming as the Grecians, wickedness increase. People are change plumbing. Man identify as a woman identify as man. Madness. It says, for the earth as though not judged with truth. Instead them push lies. And the scripture says, he that departed from evil make himself a prey. That's what Esau push. Especially like for example over here in the West. You push even discipline in your household. Esau so how dare you. But in push a woman can basically be liberated to do all manner of evil and destroy herself. But a man feel only have one woman. Confusion. It says, for thou hast afflicted the meek, thou hast hurt the peaceable, thou hast loved liars, and destroyed the dwellings of them that brought forth fruit, and hast cast down the walls of such as did thee no harm. Therefore is thy wrongful dealing come up unto the highest, and thy pride unto the mighty. The eyes also had looked upon the proud times, and behold, they are ended, and his abominations are fulfilled. And therefore appear no more, though eagle, nor thy horrible wings, nor thy wicked feathers, nor thy malicious heads, nor thy earthful claws, nor all thy vain body, that all the earth may be refreshed, and may return, being delivered from thy violence, and that she may hope for the judgment and mercy of him that made her. Because once Esau get put out of power, it's written in the book of like Isaiah 14, so you say the fir trees which represent the nations will rejoice. Right? Because when the wicked are in authority, the people mourn. That's how the world will go through this stage right now. Because the devil is in rulership. Right? So you say one of the worst things can happen when a servant bear rule. And that's what's happening. The basis of men is ruling. But he will not rule forever. He's about to get taken out of power. And that's what we're witnessing right now. That's why we know this, signs of the times. It's close with a Job 20 and 4. It says, knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment? Right, and now we know according to Malachi 1 verse 4, it says Esau is the wicked, but you only have a short time. Again, that's why in the book of Revelation, I think 20, or 5, 6, they see how the devil, he basically rule for a short season. Right? It says, though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach unto the clouds, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? He shall fly away as a dream, and shall not be found. Yea, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night. The eye also which saw him shall see him no more, neither shall his place any more behold him. His children shall seek to please the poor, and his hands shall restore the goods. I would say that even want to transfer it right now. Well, ultimately, it will be removed out of their hand. But like for example, even like certain Edomites have come out and they might talk about white shame, white guilt, you know, because their history is built on blood, on evil. America, the Old West. It says, his bones are full of the sin of his youth, which shall lie down with him in the dust. Though wickedness be sweet in his mouth, though he hide it under his tongue, though he spare it and forsake it not, but keep it still within his mouth, yet his meat in his bowels is turned, it is the gall of asp within him. He had swallowed down riches, and he shall vomit them up again. Yahweh, right, shall cast them out of his belly. He shall suck the poison of asp, the viper's tongue shall slay him. He shall not see the rivers, the floods, the brooks of the honey and butter. So, them new world order when them a plan, you're not gonna enjoy that shit. It will not come true. It says, that which he labored for shall he restore, and shall not swallow it down. According to his substance shall the restitution be, and he shall not rejoice therein. So every single thing he had which he stole will be taken from him. It's not like he's going to give it up. That says you better the saints that will take the kingdom. They will be in slavery according to prophecies. That's why Yahushua is coming back with the angels to fight against this man, put him down, put him in slavery. Verse 19, because he had oppressed and had forsaken the poor, because he had finally taken away an house which he built not, America. Oh, Christopher Columbus sailed the ocean blue and discovered the West. I'm coming to find people look upon him. But he didn't discover it and put forth papal bull and the doctrine of discovery. Them give themselves lawful rights. They can take people land and enslave them or murder them. That's what he did. The world see it now. It says, surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. He shall not save of that which he desired. There shall none of his meat be left there shall none of his meat be left. Therefore shall no man look for his goods. In the fullness of his sufficiency he shall be in straits, difficulties. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. And the wicked here is actually dealing with the Israelites. Because the word wicked go back to the Hebrew word aimal, which referring to like a laborer, somebody who afflicted, which bad times, rough. Right? He says, when he is about to fill his belly, Yahweh shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. So when him thinks all is well, and everything is going as planned, there comes Yahweh Shai, with the chariots and the hosts of heaven to take him out of power. And the scripture say what? They were frightened, but there was fight. It's a losing battle. And he knows the prophecy. But the scripture speaks about what? His one pride that deceived him. Thinking he can fight against his maker. Alright, you're going to find out. Is that he shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through. It is drawn and cometh out of the body, yea, the glittering sword cometh out of his gall. Terrors are upon him. All darkness shall be hid in the secret places. A fire not blown shall consume him. It shall go ill with him that is left in his tabernacle. So all of them Edomites will get left. Well, ultimately, you're going to have a nuclear fallout. Especially America will be destroyed, land of Israel being destroyed, but rebuilt. Certain places in Europe as well, when them crackers are there, them will get destroyed. But who left? Especially who all them rich one there, them elites, who have them bunkers, according to prophecy, they'll be gathered. Put in a pit, and after many days will be visited, and then them going to be seek what continue employment, bury basically dead bodies. According to Ezekiel 38, 39, you know. And I'm quoted Isaiah as well, I think 20 or something like that, about basically put in the pit. It says, the heaven shall reveal his iniquity, and the earth shall rise up against him. And that's how we're seeing right now. Look what happened to even those gutter rats, right? I murder people over there. You know, people see it and call it out for what it really is. You know, murder, evil. It says, the increase of his house shall depart, and his goods shall flow away in the day of his wrath. This is the portion of a wicked man from Yahweh, and heritage appointed unto him by Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. So we know Esau will be stopped. You know, he is the wicked that reign upon earth for this long time. But as we know, even in the movies where Esau push out, you know, the wicked will never prevail. You know, good conquers evil any day, all day. Right? You know, seems to have, like them a win at first, but after that, you see me, after that time, right? Then that's it. You know, so hopefully this is edifying to you, like over there, giving all praise to a poet, how about Shem Shai, about Shem Kakadash, the one is into our elders and apostles of Great Millstone, you know, and keep the faith, yo. Right? You know, seems like we are lose, seems like the brother win, you know, it's all set up that way. It's all set up by the will of Yahweh Shem Shai, right? But it left us the victory, foretold, right? We're more than conquerors, right? So, shalom.